everyone, I welcome you all to today's Focus of the Day session. In this session today, I'm going to talk to you about something that is currently being covered by every media platform and is seemingly one of the most important news of 30th August 2022. So, Economic Advisory Council to PM has released the Competitiveness Roadmap for India at 100. The document was released in the presence of Chairman of Economic Advisory Council for PM, Dr. Vivek Debroy. And the other dignitaries were also present, like India's G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant, Member of Economic Advisory Council for PM Sanjeev Sanyal, and Dr. Christian Kettles from Harvard Business School. So the news I've already told you. The news is that the Competitiveness Roadmap for India at 100 was released by the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister today. Right? This is our news, and we shall be covering this particular topic in the following sequence. We'll be knowing about this Economic Advisory Council to PM that I'm repeating time and again. So you guys must be wondering what it is all about. We'll be discussing that. Then we'll be discussing the key highlights related to this particular event, the objectives of this report, the details regarding some nitty-gritties which can be useful for us from UPSC CSE perspective. Then thereafter, as I'm telling you, that dignitaries like Vivek Debroy, Amitabh Kant, Sanjeev Sanyal, Dr. Christian Kettles, they have been in the event and they have also worked on preparing this particular outlook. So this report of competitive roadmap. So we'll be understanding what these dignitaries, what outlook they hold with regards to this news or this report roadmap. Then I'll take you towards the prelims and mains based practice questions lastly. But before I move any further in my session, there is a very important announcement for GS Paper 2 Polity and IR from 1st of September 2022. The batch is going to begin, and for GS Paper 4 Ethics, again from 1st of September 2022, timings are 4 p.m. and 11 a.m. The batch is going to begin. You need to book your slots as soon as possible. It's already 30th of August, so hurry up. These current affairs program is also going to begin at Analyst IAS, and from 25th of September, Public Administration optional batch is going to start by Nitin Shivhare sir, who is the founder and director of Analyst IAS. So you are going to be taught by him, and so I would say that you must not miss out on this opportunity. Do contact us on the given numbers, or you can also visit our old Rajendra Nagar office to inquire further about the courses and the admissions. Now, let's talk about the first thing in the sequence, that is about Economic Advisory Council to Prime Minister. So EAC-PM, as it is abbreviated, is a non-constitutional, non-statutory, independent body constituted to give advice on economic and related issues to the Government of India, specifically to the Prime Minister himself. The Council serves to highlight key economic issues to the Government of India from a neutral viewpoint. It also advises the Prime Minister on economic issues like inflation, microfinance, and industrial output. For administrative, logistic planning and budgeting purposes, the NITI Aayog serves as the Nodal Agency for the Economic Advisory Council of PM. The terms of references are: it analyzes any issue, economic or otherwise, referred to it by the Prime Minister. So it's advice. Advice. Now, the advice cannot be given. Okay, sometimes it could be given or sometimes it could be sought. So Prime Minister, whenever he is seeking the advice, he'll ask them that, okay, on this particular matter, I need your advice, or this is the thing I need you guys to work upon. You guys are part of my Economic Advisory Council, so please work upon it. That's what Prime Minister would do, and they'll be advising him thereon. Now, this council also addresses the issues of macroeconomic importance and presenting views thereon to Prime Minister. Now, this organization could either take suo motu, like I was saying, that advice sometimes could be given by itself and it could also be asked for. So, either they could take up a matter suo motu or on the reference of Prime Minister or anyone else. It also includes attending to any other task as may be desired by the Prime Minister from time to time. So, this basically was about Economic Advisory Council. But a very crucial information, especially from UPSC CSE perspective, is that you need to remember this fact that there are 2 periodic reports that this advisory council releases. And since it is in news, we must know that it releases annual economic outlook and review of the economy report. These are periodic reports. Now let's talk about the key highlights related to the event. So this Economic Advisory Council's competitive roadmap for India at 100 is part of India Competitiveness Initiative, and hence this roadmap has been planned by Economic Advisory Council. It was released in presence of Vivek Debroy, Chairman, EAC-PM, Sanjeev Sanyal, member. All of this I've already told you, plus some stakeholder group members were also present in the event. Now this is a collaborative event. This planning, this roadmap creation is a collaborative endeavor between the Economic Advisory Council of the PM and the Institute for Competitiveness. And has been developed by Dr. Amit Kapoor, who is the chairman of Institute for Competitiveness, as well as Professor Michael E. Potter and Dr. Christian Kettles of Harvard Business School. So a lot of expertise has went into the creation of this particular roadmap for India at 100. Of course, you must be knowing that India at 100, we are currently, as per our Prime Minister or Modi government, in our Amrit Kal, from 75 years of independence till we go to 100 years of independence. In this 25 years, we are calling it Amrit Kal popularly. So that's why India at 100 is a plan, a roadmap. Now, what is the objective of this roadmap? It envisions setting a new guiding principles for the country's growth journey over the following years and the guiding different states, ministries and partners in India's growth to develop sector-specific roadmap for achieving targeted goals. So it's going to be a guidance blueprint, and then thereafter sector-specific plans will be created, keeping it as a basis. Let's go through more details. The competitiveness approach puts forth the idea of productivity as a driver of sustained prosperity. The competitiveness approach puts forth the idea of, this point has been repeated. So yeah, the India at 100 roadmap guides the way for India to become a high income country by 2047 through sector specific and region specific policies based on the 4 S's. Now this is very crucial information. Please note the 4 S's are attaining prosperity by stressing the need for prosperity growth to be matched by social progress to be shared across all regions within India, to be environmentally sustainable and to be solid in the face of external shocks. So social progress, shared, sustainable, solid. These are the 4 S. Let me highlight them for you. social progress, shared, sustainable, solid. Okay, now as discussed, let's know about the scholar's outlook. So Professor Michael Porter of Harvard Business School mentioned the competitiveness framework underlying the roadmap offers a strategic perspective on how to translate the diagnostics on a country's competitiveness fundamentals into actionable insights. The solution does not lie in narrow interventions. What is needed to accelerate progress is clear strategy, enabling action to focus on key priority areas. So basically, one vision is there, and then a roadmap is created so that the intents could be transferred or translated into actions. And this, from vision to action, to take you there, a roadmap is required. That's why this competitiveness roadmap for India at 100 has been created. Now, Dr. Bibek Debroy, the chairman of Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, mentioned if India's development trajectory has to be emerging faster, higher and stronger, both government policies and the enterprises and markets functioning in the environment set by the former are of great significance. And that's why a lot of focus has been put in this competitive roadmap for India at 100 to help it become the blueprint for sector-specific principles or trajectories. So, the conclusion from our end with regards to this whole news is that the competitiveness roadmap for India at 100 provides the basis for a renewed approach to India's growth and development strategy. Moving ahead, the focus would be on developing knowledge, key performance indicators and roadmaps for different industries, ministries and states for country to shape the journey towards reaching the country's ambitions by its centennial year. Centennial year means 100 years. So 100 years of independence we are heading towards now. The change in approach to development in different sectors and states will not only shape policy actions today but also have an impact on the design and implementation of future policies. So India is currently in a very crucial time period and has to progress in correct manner at correct pace. So this was about the whole news. Now let's look at the prelims and mains based practice questions. First of all, prelims 1. Economic Advisory Council for Prime Minister is your options are A, constitutional body, B, statutory body, C, judicial body, D, none of these. So put your answer in the comment section below. I hope you know the correct answer. Well, so the correct answer for this particular question is D, that is none of the above, because in the very beginning of this session, we saw that it is a non-constitutional and non-statutory body. So neither it's constitutional, non-statutory and judicial. It's not at all judicial. It's just an advisory body. So none of these is the answer. Your answer for this particular question is D. The mains practice question for today is microfinancing was introduced in India as a solution to poverty and to empower self-help groups. Despite its strong potential, the microfinance sector faces challenges related to accessibility in India. Analyze. You'll be answering this particular question in 250 words and send in your answers to us on WhatsApp to get them reviewed. This is it for today. I shall see you again tomorrow. Till then, take care, stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining in.